I would now request Mr. Anil Singh is back. We are very happy to have him. Mr. Anil Singh, who is the national head large projects for Tata Power Solar. I would request him to share his views and insights on the topic.
Yeah, good afternoon, and I'll wish for safety of everybody, your near and dear ones, yourself. I'm audible now to you all. Thank you very much. So I have to been echoing what my fellow colleague, the speakers has shared. I'm a shoe per se, means as a developer into a developer as well as an EPC space also, right? And we are the number one in EPC for the utility scale projects, and there are serious issues related to the policy which we are also been facing and need to be sorted out, because the way we have been having a target of a country target as far as the grow into the renewable space, to meet that target there has to be firmness as far as the policy is concerned, and the succeeding policy will not be override the preceding one when the project was being quoted or bidded, right? It has to be from that day onwards, and there has to be an understanding about the shoe size and the tightness of the shoe of all the developer side and EPC players as far as in this market is concerned. This business is the, if I had been doing some analytics on the last 5 years, right? The module price was going down, and very interestingly, you see, the last 2 years, there is a sharp increase in the taxes and duty side of it, which ultimately been coming to a cost of the project itself, the developer side, right? And EPC side, the serious issues is that the and tariff has been going down, ACDC ratio is going up, then geopolitical issues are coming into that. So viability to keeping, and as far as in the recent past in the Gujarat, in particular in the context of a Gujarat is the state where everybody having so much of a confidence to build that and put the money over there. Because of that, there is the farm, there is nothing is of the any nature is not going to happen, which will be erode or it will be exposed. Right? Recent past, there was incidences happen as far as some solar park, the bid was being cancelled, some issues and happen. It has been a serious issue. There are a lot of projects are on hold today in Gujarat of a rooftop space related, because the policy has been formed and the preceding policy when the project was taken up, it was different, and today is different, and there is no clarity. Everybody been in a doldrum what to do or not to do. They have been requesting 4 months to commission those are all projects. Nothing is happening in that space. And more importantly, one has to understand there another issue, and the point was there. It is solar. This standalone solar. There is a huge market per se and potentials to grow into a rooftop solar. Rooftop standalone will not be a viable solution. Rooftop with the storage, with the EV solutions, that becomes very, very good solutions, and it will be a viable solutions from the customer perspective. Lot of advocacies, lot of the clarity required at a customers. There are schemes. There are a scheme at a down the line. The scheme is not known to the end customer. That's very unfortunate part of it. If he is aware of that, what kind of a benefit he is going to reap over the period of a time, then there is no issues per se. I'm personally feeling, being in this industry quite a long time. So the rooftop with storage with EV solution is a Discom has a benefit onto that, because the way they are been having a net metering system, the basis power reliability, it is there. Customer is benefited. It is a win-win solutions for all the participant. And Gujarat is the one state where that has been a viable solution. Leave apart the Tamil Nadu and Andhra, where it is not yet come to that particular range where it becomes a viable solutions over there, and it is required. So as an EPC perspective, there are the 3 pointers was been there. The renewable energy sector, India as a good and innovative solutions. Yes, we as a Tata Power Solar has been so much of innovative to fight it out, all that, even the project of 2 rupee tariff, I'm doing that part as a organization we are doing, but because we need to make the pace with the technology changes, that is fine. Find the innovative solutions to compete that, reduce your BOS cost and the civil cost or the services cost, and the supply cost. Supply cost has been gone exponentially high in terms of the steel price, as my the fellow just before me been sharing, and the module price has been making unviable per se, but making a taking innovative solutions by facial with reflective foundations will be the solutions. There are the terrain which is specific where nobody wants to bid, and there are the places where the land is available, but land has its own issues as far as making that plant is concerned. So there has to be a policy, some incentive has to be given for the developer, for the EPCs, yes, you will come forward and develop these areas. Likewise at Khavda, there is a huge potential, it is there, because that land is of no use per se. The Dholera is one of them, Radhanestra is one of them. And we have been built so many projects in such a terrains, yes, there is a capability. Then the quality product has to be delivered on a competitive price, which means first time right, it has to be there. There has to be a lot of industry wise, I'm saying standardization has to come in a place so that things will be the re-engineering cost will not be there. Then the experience curve becomes so robust, it will not require your trainings and all that stuff. So it will reduce your cost, because competitiveness and the tariff, because of the tariff has been put into the thought has now the people has to think about that, how I can be, or the plant solar renewable space can become more competitive. And the other part is retrofit energy storage with existing project. That is very much economical and viable solutions per se it is concerned. So these are the few things which government has to look into the policy, support, incentives, communications down the lines, and the hand holding very tightly to the developer side as well as an EPC player side. It makes things very much viable. There is no doubt at all on as far as Gujarat state is concerned, which is the state people have a blind faith in them, but few incidents and shaken their confidence per se. So that is where it is required, and the robustness on the ground. Today, has to be a good policy is there, but enforcement is so weak. People are being getting exposed once they are been going into the solar park I'm talking about. So that part, and in particular Gujarat I'm talking about, there is the network, power evacuation systems is not ready. It means that one organization is not talking to other, and not holistic picture is somewhere is missing. Plant is ready, putting after 2,000 crores of a money over there, now waiting when the evacuation system will be in place. It means what? It is a serious gaps in the various organizations of a government side. Then there is the issues or the certain the other park developer being in government organization, they had to take a pattern in their hands and take that responsibility. Yes, somebody has been putting so much of the tons and tons money over there. So they had to support that. The support system is either very weak or missing per se. I have that doubt because I'm directly dealing with that kind of it. And day in, day out, I've been facing that issues. So there is a lot of things. The community, as far as community development is concerned, all these projects need to, the community has to be being participative in these projects, and that start from policy in itself, right? It is left to the developer. So it is not all about the developer can do anything and everything, and the making a policy, it's enforcement, right policy in right place in right time. So that is what it is my views, and I have a serious the concern on that part. Unless holistic things, the complete program will not be reviewed in a holistic manner, right from the site selections, neighbors over there, all environmental the issues are there, and it is goes up to the central government, up to all those MNRE or the Ministry of Power and all those bodies. SECI formation of any individual organizations or a body will not serve the purpose. Purpose is integrations, how they are talking, and well-knit the system is required, which is in between so many the interruptions, things are not been getting resolved in time. So before the first speaker, because I used to be at point in time to solarize, I did one of their plant which was in EPC basis. So I know them and their pain areas, and being me as that space also, I know my pain area. So that is what my views as far as this part is concerned. It is viable. As far as one of the agenda item was the solar, rooftop solar along with the storage plus along with the EV. It is very much day of the demand today, that one has to think with policies that communicated. Second, as far as the innovation in this particular field, innovation as the engineering organizations or as the EPC side, we keep on doing it. It is not that one project has built and we're being cut copy and paste. No, we have been doing engineering customized manner for each. And we did it in S dikes, the first plant we did it. We are doing the largest, the floating plant also we are doing. We are doing in all sort of the terrain conditions, but there are always an innovations in each plant, because it has to be viewed very different angle and customized to that particular. So that is where it is required. So that's it from my side. I think that is all. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and sharing my views.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anil. You have echoed a very important point, which is about a holistic approach and interdepartmental coordination. And very often that is something that we recognize is the main impediment for the delay or for the problems on the ground. While the intent of the policy might be good, the implementation part might be something that needs to be taken care of. And your message is well received. Thank you very much for your insights.